is an example lesson of how we would use Zoom together to learn math. So the first thing I'd like to show you is I'm going to share an interactive whiteboard. So what I will do is I'm going to click this, and on your side of the screen, just a whiteboard will pop up. Now, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's going to be a spot for your child to click a little pen, which means they now get to control the whiteboard too. So if I write on the board and I write 4 plus 2, I can work with your child and they themselves can either use their mouse on their computer, or if they have a touch screen, they can write the answer here. But today, I'd like to work on division. So let's go to my whiteboard here. And if you noticed in our last video together, I had actual hands-on manipulatives of these same ones. Well, since we'll be doing online learning, I have the same one in a virtual format. I can also have it to where your where your child can manipulate them on their side of the screen as well. So I'm going to move my face here. And let's do this problem together. So on the right-hand side, I have 753 divided by 2. So if you count our manipulatives here, I'm going to go to the left-hand side of the screen where it's green, and I'm going to count out how many hundreds I have. Count with me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 hundreds. How many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. And how many ones? 1, 2, 3 ones. So I have 753 altogether. And I want to divide it by 2. So what I did is I put 2 groups here. So say I have $753 and I want to share it with me and a friend. Those are the 2 groups that I'm working with. So let's start with our hundreds. I'm going to give 100 to me, 100 to my friend, 100 to me, and 100 to my friend, 100 to me, and 100 to my friend. Now, I have this 100 left over. Is it going to be fair if I just give it to me and not to my friend? Or if I just give it to my friend and not to me? Sadly, that is a little unfair. So we're going to fix it so it is fair. So let's go over to the right-hand side. And you can teach it this way as well. I can say, how many times can 2 go into 7? Now I say 7, but it's really 700. So I know 2, if I count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8 is too much. I have to go back down. 2, 4, 6. 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. And we say it's 6, but it's actually 600. And 7 minus 6 is 1. This is curious. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. And there's a 3 up at the top here. And 1, 2, 3. Same thing, there's a 3 there. And look at this. There is 100. There is 1 left over. Interesting. So what should I do? Well, your parents and I learned it this way. We said, bring down the 5. And it's in the tens place, so it's actually 50. But how do I do that on my board here? Well, I can actually break up this 100 is 150. I can break it up into tens. Watch this. Now, if I count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Same thing. Now let's split it up again. So one for me, one for my friend. 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 Oh dear. I have one left over. Again. Is it fair if I just give one to me or one to my friend? No. Let's go back to our algorithm over here. So what I did the same thing. I looked in and I say, how many times can 2 go into 15? Well, it's actually, how many times can 150 be broke up into 2 piles? But it's easier to visualize and say 2 goes into 15. So 2 goes into 15, count. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 7. Let's count our 10s to see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the same. So we do 7 up here. 7 times 2 is 14. And remember, we say 14 because it looks like 14, but it's actually 140. You can count those 10s to check me if you'd like. And 15 minus 14, or 150 minus 140 is 1, or 10. And look, we have a 10 left over. Okay, what should I do again? Should I break it up? Let's try. Ta-da! So 110 is equal to 10 ones. So let's do the same thing. Now I'm gonna have to get a little creative because my boxes aren't big enough. So I'm gonna do 1 for me, 1 for my friend, 1 for me, 1 for my friend, 1 for me, oops, 1 for my friend, 1 for me, 1 for my friend, 1 for me, 1 for my friend, 1 for me, 1 for my friend. I'm left over with this one again. Is it fair to give? Nope. Let's go back to our algorithm. So we learned it as bring down the 3. So we changed it into 13. And that's the end of our place value. So 13 does actually mean 13 in this case. How many times can 2 go into 13? We count by 2s. Did you say 6? 6 times 2 is 12. Let's see how many ones we had in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 13 minus 12 is 1, so we have a remainder of 1. And check this out. Do we have a remainder of 1? We do. So let's check our answers. How many do I get? So I have 1, 2, 3 hundreds. 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. I have 7 tens here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. 6 ones here. And there is a remainder of 1. That concludes our division lesson. Look for the next one on my webpage.